everyone, and welcome to Alan Wake to the Lake House DLC playthrough. Let's get started.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 8. Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most. We knew it was just a matter of time before the lake acted up again. After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the threshold in Cauldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. Your tax dollars at work. When we detected a spike in paranatural activity at Cauldron Lake, before I even knew you were on this case, Saga, the Lake House was my first stop. I was short-handed, hoped they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, Saga, I'd have just kept on driving.
What's this gate? We couldn't get through in the main game.
This is Agent Kieran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmonts. So much for the welcome wagon. You all set up the perimeter. We're on the Threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
Get going.
Agent Kieran Estevez, requesting entry. I don't have time for this.
ID card, mate.
This shouldn't take long, okay? You see anything, radio me. The Lake House was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye. What they call science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes. Now, in retrospect, my low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
All right. Into the Lake House then.
Hello?
Hello?
Agent Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department. No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility? No? Okay, well, it was definitely going in the report.
Please remember that the following recreational activities are forbidden in the waters of Cauldron Lake. These restrictions apply to both civilians and FBC employees. Fishing, redactive. Swimming, boating applies to canoe, kayaks, motorized boats. Using the water for redacted purposes. Water skiing, redacted in the water. Paddling, birding. These activities can result in redacted in an estimated redacted percentage of cases. If you are unclear about any of the restrictions listed above, please speak with the redactive. Not redactive. Security report. The local rumors. Background. A recent security operation was performed amongst the civilians of Bright Falls and Waterloo. The goals of this operation was to ascertain public knowledge and opinions of the lake house and its operations. Summary. The following information was gained through covert listening and informal questioning. The local public appeared to view the area around the lake house with fear. This is, of course, the intended reaction of the Bureau. Has publicly marked the area as dangerous due to volcanic gases. However, there is a specific rumor among the public regarding a government facility in the woods run by mad scientists, taking people for experimentation. These rumors seem particularly popular amongst the local youth, and its proximity to the truth is a cause for concern. Worst case outcome would be an increase in curiosity or possibly even aggression. It is possible this is even the reason for the lake house security breach back in redactive. Actions should be taken. Security personnel will continue to monitor youth chatter. If the rumors continue, disseminating a cover story may be required. Perhaps even fabricating signage for an American Volcano Commission type of institution. Okay. Something's going on here. Hello? From AV to FBC personnel status update. Oldest house. To all staff, on-site observation teams report that the oldest house is still under lockdown. Status of Director Trench, management team, and all other personnel inside the oldest house at the time of the lockdown installation remains unknown. Observation teams have detected fluctuations in the redactive field originated from the oldest house as of redactive, increasing in strength as it loops through a specific pattern every redacted hours. These readings are currently being analysed by research staff in the Boston office. Any personnel with information pertaining to this signal should contact them immediately. Why?
That's handy.
Got a map.
An experiment. That bodes well. Dr. Marmont's not here.
Yeah, no shit.
Nobody is? I'll have to check downstairs.
On the recommendation of the facility and by the virtue of the authority vested in the team of trusted Burroughs University have conferred on Julia Roberts the degree of Doctor of Applied Science. Okay. About her degrees.
They must all be working on the lower levels. I'll need to head down.
Okay. Not yet. To my new fellow head of the lake house, love, Diana. Okay. Science fact of the day. Though most famous for acting, Hedy Lamarr also invented in her free time. She patented a frequency hopping device for torpedo guidance. Okay.
Changing passwords, huh?
Effective September the 13th, all computer passwords must be reset daily to address security concerns. We are aware this may be an inconvenience change and lead to difficulty remembering the password. We recommend using a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. Try using specific personal dates correspond coordinates. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone numbers. Please also remember that for the time being, passwords are not to exceed 6 digits. Thank you for your... So... Subject P. Through extensive testing, the subject has been confirmed to possess an intrinsic paranatural ability that manifests exclusively during the act of painting. These painting features scenes or events that would have no knowledge of, even sometimes painting an event before it occurs. This effect has been proven multiple times and has an estimated 40 to 100% success rate. Note the lack of precision in this range is due to the team's inability to prove that a painting's content will not be realized at some point in the eventual future. Researchers are asked to reiterate their hesitance to publish any concrete statements surrounding the subject and his ability at the time, as the nature of the paintings and their paranatural effect have been exceptionally difficult to measure and quantify. Conclusion. The subject is suspected to be a Class 2 pareidontology, whatever, though additional testing will be required to confirm this. At this time, his ability is not believed to be a direct threat to himself or others and can be controlled. The nature of his ability is to show current or future events via the art he creates, but the extent of his forecasting cannot be determined by researchers with a high level of precision. Unlike the art created by Alan Wake, there is no evidence subject art is directly manipulated reality via the shadow Energies. Replacement key request form. Please fill out the fields below before delivering the form to subject. A new key card will be issued. Requested blah blah. Name Judy Roberts. Co-head of research. Required clearance, the highest one. I forgot what it's called. Reasons for replacement. My old card went missing. Indicate here if your card was stolen. How would I know if it was stolen or it is lost? Why do you not put microchips inside to follow them if you are so concerned about this? I am the head of research. I expect a new card on my desk the next day. Oh, God. I don't know. Let me just Google it. I do the Google. What it? 1, 8, 0, 7, 3, 8.
Come on.
182, 180. But 182, 180, 738. I love Google. Emails. Please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station for any amount of time. Changing your password daily does not improve the facility's security if you leave your computer open. Project has officially requested we return the pages. We aren't using them for any work on project, wherever project are, and they are shared research materials. So, can I release them back to Project A? So that's next week. Go fuck yourself, dude. I apologise for the difficulty my wife is presenting, Harry. I believe she is suggesting that I would take her project budget, an unfair and preposterous accusation, though I am confident you understand that. I would be happy to meet and discuss the annual budget. It is, of course, the head of research job to oversee such work. Maybe Diana is no longer up for the task. Okay. What door did I just open? That one, maybe? What? The Lake House Daily. Good news. HQ still dark. Pie was good. More pie for the rest of us. We have coffee. Deer Fest this week. Bad news. HQ still dark. Not holiday bad. No beer. The artist is still something. Scrubbed out. Someone stole the black whiteboard marker. All vacation time cancelled. You in here? Ah.
This should come in handy.
Didn't even hatch. No. Right, everything's in there.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting day here at the Lake House. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife.
Dr. Diana Marmont.
And together we are the heads of research at this facility. We want to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the Lake House. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a
Sure.
C. It's a C.
Why, that is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid fuck.
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Have a nice day.
That seems healthy.
Cool. What security door do we just open? One. Maybe that one.
As soon as I got in that elevator, my bad news detector started going nuts. Estevez to team, something's going on in the lake house. I want all nearby agents to
Well, that's not good, is it?
Agent Estevez, what's your status?
Breach detected on sublevel 5. Staff should seek shelter in
The
We have a
fuck?
situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now.
The hell? It's him again.
Belay that order. Shit. A threshold event had hit the lake house. Now, it was the Marmont's problem. Our mission was outside.
This one. Jesus Christ, lot to read. As the lake house continues to make progress towards its
I
goals,
need to get back
various...
to the elevator.
I'm trying to read here. Various avenues of research are being pursued. Recently, one such avenue has yielded unexpected results. The research into the nursery rhyme, directed by Dr. and Dr. Marmont, led by Dr. Campbell, is an art form has shown viability in its ability to connect with the Cauldron Lake threshold. As a result, the nursery rhyme findings will now be carried forward by the co-heads of the research and incorporated into ongoing research across the lake house, effective immediately. Research teams will be briefed on how it utilize the effective elements of the nursery rhymes into their work. Note: Dr. Campbell and his team are being reassigned. They will continue to develop their work on nursery rhymes outside the lake house. Any exposure risk related to the performing confidential work outside the facility's premise has been acknowledged and accepted by the co-heads of research. How about nursery rhymes? Threshold linking experiment progress report. The work to create a stable link between our reality and that of the Redactive continues. Progress is good, with all teams reported high confidence that a successful connection will soon be possible. Recent effects in the utilizing the paintings produced by Subject P to adjust reality in such way that achieves our goals were unsuccessful. However, this result allows us to discard the avenue of research and focus solely on a much more viable one. Our new hypothesis states that the threshold energies and thus its altering effect are drawn to pieces of art that contain significantly level of emotion. This is supported by a clear trend in the data we are gathering over the years. If we can identify and quantify the emotion of an art piece, our work will speed up considerably. Work has already proceeded with an immediate focus on development devices capable of measuring the level of emotion in any given piece of art. For now, our research will continue to focus solely on art produced by Subject P, while no pieces of his have yielded successful results outside of their assistance in discovery of the redactive pages. His proven status as a whatever that word is will make his work the most suitable research material. Yeah. Bedroom. Oh. Safe room. Up.
Okay. Priority 1, get the lights on. Standing around in the dark near Cauldron Lake, not smart? Dr. Darling?
Just do.
Okay, he doesn't do a damn thing without power.
Well, that's a check. So spooky, I don't like it. Don't like this. I gotta fill that gap. Alright.
My keycard isn't high enough clearance.
Alright.
That is not a regulation FBC weapon. Can't open it from the side. Jules's keycard could be useful.
Progress update 6. Unfortunately, Jules' keycard went missing last night. Huge shame. Only a totally unrelated note. I now have level 3 clearance card in my office, plus a lot of black rock. Been grinding the black rock down to powder and stashing around in a case, and it gets confiscated. Next step. Weapon test using black rock powder. If successful, maybe send schematic to an off-site team. Could lead to a transfer out of shithole. Need to think up more applications for black rock now that I have some. There are also research at the old house who have tons of ideas like this. Wish I could remember their names.
I wish they'd make these things lighter. The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear.
I just put this. I don't know where you put this. I have to put that somewhere, but I don't know where you put that. This. Align the power core with the receiving socket. Where's the receiving socket? No idea. Leave that for now. I think I've left my camera. No power.
Okay, power core receiver. Plugging a core in should get the lights on.
I like this music.
At least the elevator's back.
Let's save. did we just do?
If you can understand me, I am an agent of the Federal Bureau of... I don't know how it fucking works.
What do we gotta do?
Can't open it from the side.
Sorry?
What the fuck were those things? Okay, deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look, you never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but you can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work. Find the source, collapse the threshold.
Mirror, please hold. Please hold.
Now where am I?
Hold. Please hold.
What is that? If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Do you understand? Well, I'll be damned. So what kind of entity are you?
Okay.
You can speak. That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can live with that. I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation? What does that mean? Okay, hey, calm down. You need to cease all hostility right now.
The fuck?
Bad news? That thing is really pissed off.
You
news.
think?
It didn't try to kill me.
Not yet.
Baby steps. Hungry living paintings are not typically on the Cauldron Lake bingo card. Something different was happening at the lake house, and I couldn't let it escape. Bright Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty sundae.
Sublevel
Right.
3.
Refinement process. The automated typing device ATD will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, known, I don't even know what the word is, with the goal of altering reality with the same consistency of Mr. Wake's writing. To reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATDs must be evaluated and graded based on its similarity to Wake's original style. The page will be graded using the following criteria. 1. Comprehensivity. This is the most basic and critical. The pages must use language and develop stories in an understandable, organic way. Number 2. Style. The page must accurately mimic the typical style of Wake's writing, using pages in the Lake House procession as reference. 4. Tone. The page must accurately mimic the typical tone of Wake's writing, as using pages in the Lake House procession as reference. Content. The page must accurately mimic the typical content of Lake's writing, using the pages in the Lake House procession as reference. Once the pages are graded, they will be fed into the algorithm as preferred reference materials, thus continually refining the writing produced by the ATDs until they can produce the near identical stories to Alan Wake. Once that is achieved, we will provide instructions to the ATD on what to write, effectively gaining the control of Wake's ability to link with the Shadow power. Why can't I just leave this shit alone? You know it's messed up, so why are you freaking trying to recreate it? Jesus Christ.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the Lake House directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I got word yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls. I will beat Jules to the finish line.
Two seconds. Alright. Moving forward, research at the Lake House will be divided into 2 distinctive projects. Project X, codename Arbitrus, will focus on studying the writing of Redactive with Dr. Diana serving as director. Project C, no, it's R. This one will be directed by Dr. Julius. Staff will soon be notified regarding the project assignment and any required desk changes. Your patient is requested during this reorganization. This is confidential facility matter and not to be discussed with external agents or teams. If you have any questions, please contact them. Interesting. God, more writing.
Rudolph stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine. The paint. It was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmonts. For himself.
Okay. And this one.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
Mm-hmm. They're recreating Alan Brighton. Purpose, don't know.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth
I'm not
was
reading all
controlled
this.
here.
I'm not bothered
The
anymore.
art was not art, just
Too
content
much
for the
reading.
experiment.
Put it up so you can read it.
There was a
But
crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment.
it's just two people.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in.
One for each experiment. Another safe house. Alright, that's going to be it for part 1. And I'll see you guys in part 2.